This episode uses language that is on par for this channel, but deals with subject matter that some might take issue with. Viewer discretion is advised. Due to production delays, we accidentally made an Easter special.
Master, I may have made a small mistake.
What did you do?
I used the data link technology to edit Jess's review queue.
What did you tell his computer was next?
Bibleman adventure, conquering the wrath and rage. Statistical analysis shows we may have a 98.83% chance of destroying Jesse's mind completely, before he can complete another reckoning.
I was saving that for a Hail Mary play. The same analysis said if he didn't survive with his primitive faculties intact, he'd be next to unstoppable.
But his chance of success is only 1.17%.
They said the same thing about the chimpanzee becoming president. But in 2185, never mind. Forget I said anything. Change it back.
Too late. They've already started.
I used to be a plain, ordinary film critic, but somehow weird stuff started happening around me. I found a childhood toy who rules an underground kingdom from out of my basement. I got a weird AI friend living in my TV. I fought a giant straight out of a kid's storybook and met a magical winter elf. But right now, I'm being forced to complete a checklist of TV and movie genres so I can save all of existence with the power of snarky film commentary.
So, Bibleman? Yep. Can you think of something funny to say here? I mean, we gotta have some sort of goofy opening, right? I'm not in the mood.
Come on. Just one wisecrack? I'll use my magic to make cookies.
I'm not hungry.
Something is really wrong with him.
I think he's trying to tell us something.
I've known Jess for more than 20 years. The only reason he would be like this is if...
He thought the sooner we got started, the sooner the pain would be over.
Nick, roll it.
Now, I know this isn't something I normally say, but I am with Jess on this one. We really should not be watching this.
Our story begins with Obi-Wan and Darth Vader fighting on the Death Star. No, it says it's the Shatsville Electric Works. Come on, you can tell it's not the Death Star. This place has handrails.
Shatsville? Shatsville. Is this movie even trying to disguise what it is? Or are the unpaid interns who do the title card trying to warn us?
Something about our hero's suit seems awfully familiar.
I was going to save this little factoid for the rant wrap, but since you brought it up, yeah, the mask for Bibleman 2.0 uses a recycled mold from the movie Steel, starring starring Shaquille O'Neal. Are you admitting you've seen...
I have. Thanks to you, you dumbass.
Oh, sure. Blame me.
Bibleman is fighting this guy for what seems like an hour and a half before the Nazi stormtrooper asks, "Who are you?" Bibleman says, "I'm Batman."
No, it's Bibleman. Totally not Robin comes in to clean up after the stormtrooper with a broom.
His partner's name is Cypher, and I think he's just late for his Quidditch match.
Cypher? The guy from X-Men who could translate any language?
Wait, whoa. That's a real superhero? A guy whose superpower is Google Translate?
Only it works. Look, I know Marvel was handing out the licenses to their characters like candy in the 90s, but no, that's not him. That guy looks so much like Cyborg from Teen Titans that Mark Wolfman and George Perez should have gotten royalties.
The goons make fun of him by comparing him to Jackie Chan. Wait, how the f*** is that an insult? In the late 90s, Jackie Chan was one of the biggest action movie stars in the world.
Never underestimate evangelical racism, my friend. Chan was probably the only non-white action star he knew. It's not like Wesley Snipes, Will Smith, or Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson had careers back then.
Do you want to tell him, or should I?
Cypher joins in on the fight and says, "I'm going to regret this." Really? I don't know who's going to regret this more. Brady Williams for being on this show, or me for watching it?
I don't know. Maybe we were wrong about this one. It's got a real let's shoot at a laser tag arena vibe going for it. Reminds me of Benji, Zax, and the Alien Prince.
Bibleman offs one of the goons with his Dollar Tree lightsaber. Cypher says, "No, don't. You know what happens when you get angry." Bibleman says, "Yeah, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry."
David Bowie and Screech's secret love child drops a bag of fairy dust on Bibleman's head and gets away. Bibleman starts quoting a Bible verse instead of doing his fucking job. Wow, he must work for the Florida DMV.
Bibleman says he has no idea what happened there. Anger just came out of nowhere, like a storm brewing inside of him.
Isn't that what Pepto-Bismol was for? Anyway, for the first time ever, the crime alerts on their Apple Watch pointed them towards something useful.
If you count the opening credits as useful.
They recap the origin of Bibleman. You guys want to guess what it is?
A kid working at Barnes & Noble gets bitten by a radioactive Bible?
Good guess, but completely wrong.
A scientist on the doomed planet Nazar sends his only son, Hambothel, to Earth in a rocket. Under Earth's yellow sun, he gains powers far beyond those of mortal men that he uses in his never-ending battle against truth, justice, and women's bodily autonomy.
Getting colder.
An eccentric millionaire's car breaks down. He's out in the middle of nowhere, so he has no cell service. He calls out to God for help and finds a Bible, thus becoming Bibleman.
Ding, ding, ding. Todd, tell him what he's won.
Congratulations! You win a copy of Bibleman on DVD.
Hooray. Just what I've always wanted.
The musical portion of the opening theme is, well, the type of thing that makes me glad I can take my hearing aids out. The background visuals aren't much better. What's with the DOS command prompt? Not only that, Bibleman Conquering Wrath and Rage came out in 2000. Why is he still using Windows 95?
I have an even bigger question. What does Eunice mean?
I thought it said you nice.
No, it's got those little periods. It's gotta be an acronym for something. Though, not as cool as Neuro-Imitating Computer Companion.
Underwater, non-Euclidean, igloo creation engineer.
Udder-nibbling, intelligent chimpanzee excrement.
Underappreciated, nutritious ice cream enema.
Unilateral nuclear incineration of Carmen Electra.
And what's Lucy?
A horrible movie starring Scarlett Johansson.
I don't think we've ever gone this long just on the opening before. Have we?
No. But we've never done something where a character is literally named Ludicrous. This is fucking Bibleman. How far do you have to go to be considered ludicrous for this show?
The main villain is named El Furioso, which literally means anger in Spanish. Yeah, real subtle there, guys.
Okay, you gotta shoot me. That's more obvious than naming your villain Kane.
Or that Law and Order episode with the corrupt police officer named Malcolm Constable. His nickname was Mal. They were literally calling him Bad Cop the entire episode.
Look, El Furioso, buddy. Your hideout needs a lot of work. Look, I love old school Tom Baker era Doctor Who as much as the next guy, but say what you will about Davros, he at least tried to conceal the fact the fort on Skaro was some abandoned factory.
Discount Dr. Doom asked the poor man Siggy Stardust if he got the footage of Bibleman giving in to roid rage. Screech says, yeah, easy peasy. Wait, he wanted to get Bibleman pissed off and attacking people for blackmail?
Like we haven't seen that 100 times. But wouldn't it have been easier to remind the grandma who bought this video for the kids that he voiced Hank the Ranger in the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon? You know, because Satan.
Speaking of which, you're wrong about Lucy. She's the evil computer. It's Luci, you know, short for Lucifer. Our evil trio clearly have hate boners for each other, and we'll have a hate orgy once the cameras stop rolling.
So that's why I'm getting Manos flashbacks. Mr. Big Bad goes full on cackling supervillain monologue, then he caps it off with, come on, say my name.
El Furioso?
You're goddamn right.
Then things get super creepy as they use the mystical Dragon Balls to monitor a middle school.
To be fair, they probably have a restraining order on them.
You know, I hadn't thought about that. But that sounds about right.
It looks to me like the Ghost Rider team is just in time to get their next mystery.
The lamest bully I've ever seen is picking on a kid in the hallway.
The lamest bully you've ever seen? I thought you two watched Ernest Goes to Camp.
We get it. This whole thing is a twisted morality play about anger management and bullying. But sorry, kiddo, the fact that your mom is making you watch this instead of Power Rangers is part of why you're being bullied in the first place. And if you enjoy it, you kinda deserve it.
Tweedledum and Tweedledee shoot the poor victim with their cocaine laser, gold dust. If this ends in a school shooting, I'm turning this off.
Fair enough.
Meanwhile, outside of Eaglegate Manor, wait, this is supposed to be a mansion? It looks like the house from every 80s sitcom.
Does this mean Alf is going to show up?
No. Considering how
preachy the whole thing is, I'm surprised Kirk Cameron hasn't shown up. He must have been out buying bananas for Ray Comfort that day.
Bibleman and Cypher are chilling in the basement in their civilian identities. Cypher says, "When can I see some real action? I know how to do almost anything you can do." Bibleman says, "God's work is not a game." He's obviously a man who's never played Super Noah's Ark 3D.
Quick question. Is it just me, or does it look like somebody hired the set designers from Star Trek, the original series, to build a dorm room?
Wouldn't surprise me. He continues his speech by saying, "A man in spandex is no laughing matter."
So, apart from a somewhat questionable taste in video games, he's never seen Mystery Men?
Then Bibleman uses his powers to quote the Bible completely out of context. In this case, Ephesians 6:12.
Should we try out Nick's new app, the Bible Narrator?
Sure, why not?
For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, and against the authority, against the power of this dark world, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms.
But Bibleman is talking about his villains, who are humans. They are not demons. One is an idiot, and the other has an empty gallon of paint on his head. They are not exactly Legion of Doom material.
Bibleman's reluctance to take on a sidekick reminds me of every Batman story ever where he takes on a new partner. You know, Bruce says, "My crusade is personal. If I die in pursuit of justice, so be it. But I will be damned if anyone else is hurt because of me." Only here, it would be Batman trying to decide if Robin was ready to take over hosting Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. So he sits there brooding about his former sidekicks.
Wait, Bibleman had other partners?
I'm pretty sure the Bible says not to do that.
Mwah! Good night, everybody.
Now, I know it says a lot of things, many of them contradictory, but I think that's in there.
The grandma who bought this DVD instead of anything else calls Bibleman for help. She says her 14-year-old grandson is being moody and getting in trouble at school. So he's just 14. The kid's parents died in a car accident. That is not supernatural. He just needs a therapist. But you know evangelicals, they have about as much love for the mental health profession as the Church of Scientology.
Not Robin says, "That kid needs a friend. Can I borrow some money so we can go to mini golf?" Eunice pokes fun at Cypher for being overconfident, which either means they have unresolved sexual tension or a Spock and Bones type of relationship. I'm not sure which.
What are you doing?
Not writing Bibleman fanfic. I'll tell you that much.
Right. But FYI, there's a K in knob and only one S in USB port.
If you say so.
It turns out that each part of Bibleman's suit gives him a different power. There's the waist belt of truth, the breastplate of righteousness, etc., etc.
Does that include the codpiece of endurance? Don't look at me like that. If my fanfic does well, I might do a sequel.
No, and he's evangelical, so no shaft, sock, or protection either.
This is just one of those things you saw in 80s and 90s shows where the hero shouts, "By the power of Grayskull, I have the power!" Or, "It's morphin' time!" It's just a stock scene they insert to pad out the runtime.
Bibleman says they'll take the tunnel bikes and go check things out.
The tunnel bike? What, no car?
Car? Willie Ames lives in a van down by the river.
Come on, man, chicks dig the car.
Meanwhile, it's nighttime outside the school. This is where the kids go to smoke pot and play basketball. And they're all out of basketballs.
Bibleman goes to see the kid in public in costume. The kid says, "Am I in trouble?" Wait. Does Bibleman have legal enforcement powers? Look, I'm not legal eagle, but it seems to me that would violate the Establishment Clause of the First Amendment.
Anyway, they try to help the kid, but fail.
Then Bibleman clubs the kid to death.
That's not what happened.
I must have been watching the new Fundamentalist Baptist version of the show.
Well, that got dark really fast.
Well, some of us don't have that high of a tolerance for Christian hate speech masquerading as entertainment.
I'm not a fan of it either. You want to take a break and pick up next time?
I would, but I'm sure if I did, Xylo would remind me of International Internet Reviewers Guild Rule 67-43A Addendum 23.
Reviewers should wait until at least their 10th anniversary before revisiting something they already watched? No, you mean Addendum 22. No reviewer can make a multi-part episode without prior approval from the guild.
Well, I do have one wish left.
I thought you were going to be saving that for when the big bad evil guy came back.
I was, but this one? I think this one could break us.
You should be warned. Rule 44Q Addendum 12 says
that a winter elf may grant 3 wishes to the same person more than once, but there must be a 5-year waiting period. Yeah, I know. I'm not stupid.
Oh no. I know that look. What's your insane plan now?
Xylo? You have to run Matt here through 3 trials where, for each one he completes, he gets a wish.
Clever boy.
Okay. Your first challenge is find a way to turn your Flintstones record into an audio file.
I was meaning to do that anyway.
Challenge 2. You gotta be here when Jess finishes Bibleman.
Fair enough.
Challenge 3. You have to watch Jess's next double feature with him.
Oh.
Sorry, buddy.
I made the schedule, so I only have myself to blame. But if I'm going to hell, I'm taking you with me.
Hey, who? Me, ka, Jashvam. If you liked this video, please hit like and subscribe to see this channel grow and get your name on the credits. Visit patreon.com/PerryHourFilms and become a patron today.
The lamest bully you've ever seen. I thought you two watched Ernest Goes to Camp. Now, Ernest scared stupid. That was scary. That troll was a bully. That troll terrifies me. When I sleep and have nightmares, I dream about that troll. Does this mean that Alf is going to show up? Give me more nightmares? And taking away Alf and doing God knows what with him.